Okay, let's go. I have to say that although sport is a very important part of my life, I consider myself just an amateur and a bad one. There are many people too much skilled than me to speak about this. In fact, what I usually speak is about positive thinking and attitude. But if someone invites me to speak, I always say yes. What I really am is a dentist, family man who does triathlon. But thinking better, what I really am is a professional Tetris player, and I think I'm actually very good at this. Um, the art of fitting every piece of your life day by day, and I consider myself very lucky for this. My life philosophy is to squeeze every second and make the most of the time on important things and live different experiences. Uh, my professional side, I have three master degrees, three girls at home. It was clear that my sport was going to be triathlon. Um, I think usually great things in life require some sacrifice. I am almost sure that there will be a great Chinese proverb who says that. Nobody says that life will have to be easy, but it doesn't need to be very complicated either. This is what I tell to myself when I wake up at 6 in the morning to train, or after 5 hours in the bike. Years ago I was a relaxed guy with sports until I met two people in my life. The first one, my very good friend Jonathan. He put the poison on me of the long distance. Until that moment, I had never run more than 5 kilometers. In that moment, I felt that I began to do sport seriously. But not happy with this, my friend Jonathan asked me to do triathlon together. Um, Look, in the first moment I said no. I never swim or ride a bike seriously. But a few days later I said, why not? Why not try? The typical situation of two friends at the edge of the swimming pool and they say, okay, let's go when I count three. One, two, three. And I jumped, but he didn't. And I'm still waiting for him. Uh, Look, in the first years without experience, I trained by myself. I finished two half Ironman, and these were a great time for me. I expand my comfort zone a lot. I would never imagine doing something like this in the past. Um, I think we have to trust ourselves. We can do much more things that we think. Here's when you realize that, of course, a great physical condition is mandatory, but it's our mind who make it possible. Our mind could be our best ally, or country, or worst enemy. I think it just depends on us. But always using our common sense. When I hear people say, no limits, I can do whatever I want. Well, I think anything you try, we need to prepare it seriously and always being aware of where our abilities. If I try to do the same as a pro, I'm sure I will in an ambulance in the next 20 minutes. Humans are constantly fighting against insecurity and fears. This is me just before a race, surrounded by hundreds of swimming beasts. Not this, not. I'm a small guy, not the best swimmer at all. I feel like, hey guys, can I play with you, please? This is when I try to have positive thoughts, but not always succeed. Other things that happened to me is a recurring dream, a nightmare, I would say, especially before a long race. It's the day of the event and I forgot something. Bike, running shoes, goggle. Then I have to come back, but then it's too late and I miss the race. The other person that I met that changed completely my way of seeing sport is Skippy, my triathlon coach. He's a tough guy, very exigent. He doesn't like bullshit, and he's a bit grumpy most of the time. But his level of involvement is absolute. He sticks to you as your shade and has just one obsession: is bring out the best in you. I clearly know that if I'm better triathlete, it's thanks to him and my teammates of Skippy team. One of the most important things in life is to have goals. people, things to fight for. And if we don't have them, we have to look for them. Once you set your goal, this is not enough. We have to put date and time because dreams don't come alone. We have to go for them. Mine is to finish a full Ironman at least once in my life. I know it won't be easy, but I'll try. Hopefully one day. Uh, Triathlon requires compromise and sacrifice. It's waking up when people are sleeping. It's training almost every day, day by day, week by week. There's something more you have to do along your day, apart from work and quality time with your family. Um, you sacrifice, you spend hours of your life, and in my case at least, I know I'm not going to jump to a podium or win a prize. Of course, that would be amazing, but at the end of the day, I don't consider it something necessary. This is not the most important thing. It sounds like a loser, isn't it? So then, why all this? You have been very evil in other life. You want to punish yourself for some reason. Some people ask you why, because it's a passion, and this is what passion have. You just live them and enjoy them, despite the sacrifice with them. Um, you feel butterflies before you feel great while you're doing it and after doing it. In some way, you feel it's part of your life. To finish, to the question, what is a triathlete? I think it is not just about sacrifice or competition. It is much more than this. You know, almost all of us like sports. Some people like to run, other people like swimming or cycling, but a triathlete is different. You know why? Because for a triathlete, this is not enough. He really goes for more because a triathlete only wants the whole pack. Thank you very much. 谢谢，再见。